Enterprise software networks scaling without rigid communication protocols face friction that compounds faster than the system can process. The AAMF SuccessFactors Adoption Project illustrates this. Before intervention, the implementation suffered from constant rework, double entry across parallel systems, and significant delays affecting service-level agreements. Data shows that candidate selection duplication across multiple operating companies and mishiring due to hidden rejection reasons are structural routing failures, though they are often mislabeled as human resource problems. With these specific inefficiencies compounding across an entire enterprise, operational failure becomes a mathematical certainty. Project communication functions as a specific information routing and fidelity protocol. To maintain alignment, project managers must categorize communication channels and deploy rigid template infrastructure. We are going to reverse engineer the recovery of that MAF SAP implementation to see exactly how this architecture is built and deployed. Treating communication as a concrete structural asset provides the only proven method for managing project entropy and eliminating data loss. Every piece of project data must be routed through one of 3 distinct communication classifications to maintain fidelity. The first is interactive communication. This includes meetings and video calls, and its specific function is ensuring a synchronized, common understanding among all active nodes. This diagram illustrates the second classification, push communication. Information is sent directly to recipients through reports or emails. It guarantees distribution, but not comprehension. The third is pull communication. Data is hosted centrally, and nodes actively retrieve the exact information they need. Information bottlenecks appear immediately when managers utilize the wrong routing protocol for a specific data payload, like relying on push emails when interactive alignment is required to solve a complex issue. Before any software tracking tools are deployed, the project's structural baseline must be set. This is done using a standardized physical or digital template. The highest level template is the project charter. It functions as the ultimate pull reference node that anchors the entire operation. This standard project charter template breaks critical elements into objective, scope, assumptions, and schedule. Applying the MAF case study data draws strict boundaries, explicitly defining bulk recruitment as in scope, while countries like Georgia are out of scope. By outlining these parameters up front, the charter acts as a static failsafe. It prevents scope creep and realigning stakeholders when system objectives inevitably diverge. The static scope of a charter sets the boundaries, but it does not solve the chronological problem of execution over long time horizons. This printed Gantt chart visualizes the MAF transition plan. It maps massive enterprise shifts through a complex cascade of blue bars. Tracking progression from fit gap sessions in December to go live in March illustrates the scale of required macro planning. While macro planning effectively visualizes the sequence of enterprise events, it lacks the agility and granularity needed to resolve daily ground-level tasks. The multi-month outlook of a Gantt chart provides direction, but teams require high-frequency tools for daily execution. This glass Kanban board acts as a localized visual tracker, translating strategy into immediate action across backlog, in-progress, and done columns. It functions as a literal pull mechanism. Operators actively pull sticky notes into the in-progress column as capacity allows. This visual layout surfaces operational bottlenecks instantly. If the in-progress column fills up, the team sees the friction immediately, without requiring a top-down push directive from management. A Gantt chart pushes the long-term schedule downward. A Kanban board creates pull-based daily momentum, successfully bridging the gap between strategy and execution. For the architecture to hold, ground-level execution data must be continuously routed back up the chain to inform macro-level leadership. The monthly progress report is deployed as a strict recurring push protocol. Its entire structural purpose is to eliminate management surprises and report on the schedule. This expected service spreadsheet details how operations monitor compliance on a highly granular level. Looking closely at a specific row, like the mandate to ensure 100% of employees are enrolled in social insurance, shows how daily tasks are audited against the overarching agreement. Structure reporting forces raw operational data into actionable intelligence. This mechanism allows steering committees to adjust the macro plan accurately based on ground truth. The communication lifecycle of a project continues past the Go Live milestone. Project archives and lessons learned reports represent the final, critical deliverables. They document the exact friction points and solutions discovered over the software's implementation. These disparate tracking documents, schedules, and reports are compiled and locked into a permanent, searchable, centralized database. This newly formed repository immediately becomes the baseline pull anchor for the very next enterprise project cycle. Effective communication architecture converts temporary operational friction into permanent institutional capital.